Hello guys, it's Tonton. Welcome to a new video on my channel. Today, not really a guide today. I think like some days you will be a focus guide on something very specific, an event, and I have many guides to do yet. And at the same time, I want to kind of keep going on a daily basis to talk about what's going on in the game. It's not like a live stream, but kind of. So I'll build up on what I've shared the other days. Gives extra tips, clarifications, little things that are important to consider because when I make a guide initially on a new event, I'm not always anticipating all the questions and all the things that could come up from it. So there are a few clarifications I want to give on multiple events, and we'll just play the game a bit together on a few things, just see if I get lucky with Kasia's house. So yeah, so a video about a few different things. Not the main topic today, just some time together with you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking and commenting. It's really motivating. I mentioned in another video, I've been doing content online in the past, blogging and podcasting, and I'm still podcasting on other topics. And, like I nearly have some 100 subscribers on Whiteout Survival in a month. It's a lot. Sometimes when you do online content, could take years until you get an audience. That's my experience in some other areas. So thank you very much for being there. Thank you very much for the encouragement, for the kind words. It really helps to keep going. Doing content for nobody is not really a fun thing. So I'm really happy if it helps and if you guys enjoy it. Something to know about Feast Overture. So the first event when you return dishes for points to rank for the city skin, right? One rule that I forgot to mention is the rule number 3 is like Patrick will issue a list of urgent menu requests daily, so at reset, which you can submit for additional points reward. The urgent menu is discontinued on the last day of the event. So the event is where there are 5 days left and we're halfway through one of the days, so it's 4.5. So it means that today, tomorrow, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you will get the urgent option to return your dishes. But Wednesday, you won't. So you will be able to empty whatever you have. And I don't know if you pay attention, but on some of my accounts, like I think on my farm, some days I got twice. I mean, for example, let's say I got the cake today, and I will maybe not. It's random. I could have it tomorrow. And that happened on my other city. Some of these events, sometimes it felt that it was kind of a rotation between dishes, but this time around it feels that it is picking 2 dishes out of 6 randomly. So because you cannot return them on the last day with the extra 25% points, and there is so literally 4 days, that means that some of the dishes, if I get unlucky, I might never have a chance to return the wraps or the cake with the extra 50% points. So either you return them now, like that's likely what I'm gonna do, and I will do it with you. So I'll return all the dishes with urgent today, because there is a small chance that I don't have a chance later. I won't have a chance Wednesday, and I'm not guaranteed to have a chance on Sunday to Tuesday, because it's not a rotation of dish, it's like kind of selecting too randomly, it seems. So to make as much point as I could, I will return all the urgent one dishes I can every day moving forward. Which giving a lot of reward, so you can get that. So that's nice. So you see, I was 100 something, and now I'm 23. So that means basically I'll cook, which I done already, but I'll give with my farm ingredients for these 2 dishes, which I already done today. I already asked, for ingredients before the live stream. I mean the live video, but the video it's not a live, but so I ask ingredients about these 2 from my men, and I fed it with my farm. So I will, it's up to you, right? Either you trust and that you get lucky and you can return them a bit later, or you start to return all the urgent one today because you never know if you will have another chance later. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. We'll play Kasia's house together, and something I want to mention as well, like some of the change they've made is with the commission. It's for doing arena matches, they give you 30 of the dream marks. But the issue is like there is nothing costing 30 dream marks in the store yet. So if you don't buy anything and you don't get lucky, because remember we said that as a free-to-play, if you do all the commissions, you will get between 22, and if you don't do the 30 polar terrors because it's too much stamina, or you will get 25 if you do the 30 polar terrors because you have the stamina. So you'll get 22 to 25 chances, and if you look at the chances, like that's 1%, that's half a percent. So in 20 chances, you might not have any dream marks extra this time. So you have two options, right? Either you buy the 5 XP components for 5, Is it decent? I don't know. It's not bad. Let's put it like that. It's kind of twice cheaper at these ones, right? Nearly like if you round it up, it's nearly twice cheaper at this one, but then that's not very good, right? You would rather have essence stone, mithril, fire crystals, depending on where you are. Design if you're design plans if you're in an early stage before fire crystal, for example. You don't have fire crystal yet on your stage, and maybe you want to get design plan to unstuck your chief gear, well, like I said in the video yesterday. So either you buy that daily, it's not very good, unless you wanted to get some XP, right? You could on top of that. Or you can keep it for next time, basically. You can accumulate your marks for next time. So next time you'll get 30 again, and you might be able to buy fire crystals instead. So that's two options if you get really unlucky, but you cannot... that's a daily refresh. So, you cannot... You have to spend your 30 now if you want to spend it on that daily stuff. So you have to let's say, okay, I'll start to buy that, and if I get unlucky, I don't buy anything else. If you get lucky, for example, right, let's say you get 200, because that costs 100, like these are a number that's allowing you to spend whatever you earn here very well. So you don't have to keep it, let's say, if that was costing, I don't know, 120, for example, then yeah, it could make sense to keep the free you get to buy more of that, but it does not apply here. The way they made the numbers is either 100 or 50. You should never buy the speed ups, to be honest. If you are not Furnace 30, actually, if you are not Furnace 30 yet and you are on a new state, that will be the exception where I would consider speed ups, because my suggestion for you guys is to get Furnace 30 as soon as possible, because you will start to get more fire crystal for free with Intel mission and other things in the game. Every day, if you are Furnace 30, you get a bit more every day than if you are Furnace 29 or 28 or 27. So if you are behind, you are in a new state and you want to catch up on being Furnace 30, that's actually, I will take speed ups over design plans. That will make a lot more sense for me, but that's the only case where speed ups make sense, to be honest. Everything else is far better. So that's something I wanted to mention. So that's up to you to do it, to choose how you want to spend your things. For me, I got a bit lucky. If you see here, I got 600. So yesterday I hit the 200 out of 10 spins. Like I think I did 10 or 15 spins yesterday. I got 200 and 400. So that's lucky. So let's see today. So 200 again. So I tend to be very lucky with that event. That's 1% chance, right? And in 21 spins, I got it twice. And that's 0.5%, and I got it once. So overall, very lucky so far. And I got, that one, which is a bit rarer rather than the other one. I got this one a lot as well. So far, I'm very happy with it. I talk a bit with spenders on my states, and they basically say that if you need mithril, and if you spend money for mithril, they see it like, even if, it's always based on luck on that kind of event, but roughly mithril is twice cheaper. So mithril is discounted 50% in that event compared to other events where not other event, but when you buy it regularly from the store. So for anyone buying mithril, that they're all for it basically, but that's for big spenders. I'm not at the stage where I buy mithril. So what I cared about, and I explained yesterday, I will buy the €5 pack daily, which I've done today and yesterday. So I will reach level 70, the threshold of 70 spins. You know, do I want to get 200? Do I want to get 200? You know, it's a 20 euro more. I don't know. You know, I'll decide on the last day. You know, between buying 2 times 12 euro and 1 time 24, you lose one a ticket. So it's, you know, it's not a big deal, and you gain that little thing you can share with your alliance. So this one is even higher percentage, they say. So, you know, I explained on the Kasia's video, you know, how much more tickets you get by buying 5 packs to, you know, I mean, $6 pack, $5 packs or €6 packs. This one, how much more tickets you gain, right? If you see, you get 10 for €6, and then you get 18 for €12. So you lose 2 tickets for 6 extra euros. So overall, it's worth buying smaller packs. But when you are not sure if you want to push like one extra tier, I know it's 200. No, but I want for the wishes made, sorry. So it's 100, yeah. So I might do that, we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I don't think it's worth it. But if I get really lucky, I could, you know, already I could get 16 mithril. That's a lot, you know. If I wanted to do a sandstone, 12, 16, that's 200 essence stone. If I wanted to do fire crystal, it's nearly 500. So, you know, it started to be something for 10 euros spent. And I got lucky. Just keep that in mind. I got very lucky. So one tip for Kasia's house. I'll talk about Chief of the Dawn in a minute. So you want to cook, you want to share ingredients with your main account. Let me see, where am I with the... So that's something I mentioned a bit the other day. So that's really important to max out, right? So gathering you do easily. Beast, you see I'm doing well. I will finish naturally. So basically on day 2, that's how it should look if you are a spender. You spend a tiny bit on the game, you have stamina can and auto hunt. Or if you do it manually, I have done it manually, but it's a mess. But on day 2, basically you want to kill beast. And if you look at day 2 ranking, I mean, I'm not very high. People kill more, but I'm still making 3 million points because I killed my beat that day. So that's how it should look at that point in terms of progression. If you do it well, and if you have stamina, where is it? That's how it should look. You should have completed gathering or close to. You should have, your beast should be around 600, so you will finish naturally, and that's, you know, I'll spend a bit of gems later, I'll spend a bit of speed-ups later, and we'll talk about that now. So if you look at the Chief of the Dawn, right, I don't know for you, but for me, because this time they added a frame, that's give lethality, I want the frame, and the frame is for top 50 people, top 25 people, because this one is a temporary one, it's a 7-day one. So I cannot be 26. I need to be top 25. And if you look at total ranking, I'm 24. So I'm on the edge, right? So that means I need to push a bit harder to secure, because I'm too close to these people. Like, and these are spenders. Thomas is one as well. Like, these guys can easily rank a lot stronger if they want to, and if they want the reward. So I need to rank a bit better. So let me show you what I shared with you guys a while back. You know that the same document I mentioned in the 2 years anniversary events, when you see at the top that was Alliance Showdown for our states. Then you have the 2-day project, 2-day events, like, you know, Officer Project Armament Competition. At the bottom you have the anniversary event. So that's how they overlap. You know, fire crystals. I mean, there is no fire crystal in secondary event. You know, when I say that the secondary event is an old event, you don't have charms, you don't have chief charms, you don't have fire crystal, and you don't have mithril. So many things that you use in King of Icefield or other events, you cannot choose them in that secondary event yet. Second anniversary event, yeah, and seasonal event. All seasonal events have the same structure, have the same days. So it's always the same. So for us, Alliance Showdown, and we are Saturday, so I'll hide until Saturday, right? So that's what's left, right? So Armament competition, I completed it. So I don't need to complete armament competition, the number 2, right? This one. That's completed for me. I completed at the same time, I completed Alliance Showdown. So that's done. So that's finished. Alliance Showdown is lost. Like we faced an alliance that's so much more active than us, and like somehow they spend, even on on the day they push, they destroy us, and even on the day they don't push, they destroy us. So I think they are either quite more active. We need 10. We need to recruit 15, 20 people from transfers to get to good activity levels. Mostly other alliance recruited lately. Not only, but we are a bit behind in terms of activity. So it's a lot easier to win Alliance Showdown if you have 10 more people active. That's just the way it is. So that's really important for your alliance in general to stay, especially if you're in the top 2, top 3 alliance of your state, to stay as close as you can to 100 people active. For me, it's really a no-brainer, and you should do all you can to make that happen. That's really, really important. So that's completed. Second anniversary as well is completed. I use some key, I use some hero shards. So that's okay. So now what I care about is, starting from Sunday, I need to make point on the second anniversary. So at the bottom. So that's how I look at it. I made this spreadsheet for people and myself, but I look at it regularly and I'm like, okay, what's my game plan now? Because, I do it at the beginning of the week when the events are starting, but then I forgot, what I need to do. So I go back to them. So Sunday, there will be officer projects starting. And officer projects, I can make points. So tomorrow I don't need to complete Alliance Showdown. It will be, because it's a 1 day and a half, so it will be completed from today. So I don't care about the top. So I know I cannot hide because there is King of Icefield, but I don't care about these cells. That's not important to me. So tomorrow is training day. For anniversary event. So I will likely, I'll see what other people do, but I might do, 5 days, 10 days, 20 days. I need to keep most of that for SVS. If I want to rank in SVS, I really need to keep most of that, but using speed ups will give me gems in the, no, not gems, will give me ingredients in Trail of the Past, right? If I use speed ups, I'll get that. So I'll use some speed ups on training, but not much. Then, so tomorrow I do a bit of training, so I need to get the title. We won't probably pop the state buff, so it won't be very efficient, but that's okay. I don't need more troops, to be honest. I just need points for the secondary event. Then Monday, I'll use widgets to complete officer project, because speed ups do not give points, troops do not give points. So I'll need to complete officer project. So I'll use Essence Stone because I make points in both events. And I'll use some gems to progress my VIP toward VIP 12. So maybe 100k, 200k. It's not that much, but that's what I can afford. Because gems are also giving you ingredients. So that I'll do. Then I need to think of Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday, you can use speed ups for King of Icefield, and you can use power for... You get power for research, right? So I use research speedups. I keep my research speedup for seasonal event in most of the cases, because they give points for using speedups. It gives stuff for using speedups, and research speedups do not give that much point on SVS. So I might not burn all of them because I might push for T11 for SVS. So I might keep 50 days or something like that. And I have 70. Yeah. I got 80 days of training of research speed up. So I might burn. I'll see what I need based on everyone else point, but I might burn 20, 30 days of research speed up that day, because that will give me something. So troop power. So basically you want to make sure as well that even if it's giving low points overall compared to training them on Sunday, it's still giving you points. So I will make sure that from Monday, I will take the buff on Monday, for example, Minister of Education, to train more troops. I'll make sure they finish when I wake up, and then I'll make sure to train just, as far as I can in the day just before going to bed. So that's giving me as much point as possible. And you have gathering that day. So that day I will do research, training troops smartly, basically. I might even pop, I don't know if I'll spend 3,000 gems to train from Sunday to Tuesday. I could. That's one. It's not the best, but you know, I could consider that to make a lot of points that day. I'll gather with 5 farmers. So that will give me. If I'm good at gathering, I'm better than most people at training, and I use some speed ups. Plus I use a tiny bit here, and maybe I use extra sandstones. Maybe I use a bit more than what I need for officer project. Maybe I use 2, 3, 400. That should give me a strong lead to be in the top 25. And then on the last day, if I really need to, I got a lot of shift gear upgrade, which give low points in general. Shift gear in every event, it does not give that much point. It's weird. It's expensive to upgrade, but it does not give that much point. And if I really need to, then I'll push again for with speed up. The only sad thing is like there is nothing in King of Icefield that's overlapping that day. Nothing with the 2-day event. So I'll have to use I'll have to play the wheel. So the way I will do it for King of Icefield is I split my wheel in 2 days. Because I'll complete Tuesday easily with speed ups I'll use for research, right? Because as we said, I'm going to use research for secondary events. So I know I'll complete Tuesday for King of Icefield with speed ups. So I'll use the wheel. I'll do 120, so I can do 60-60, and I'll make enough points in the day, right? But I'll use the wheel to complete Wednesday. So now, like for me, I know my way forward. I know what to look at, in terms of ranking, how many people, how much point people make tomorrow, to see if I need to train a bit more or not. How much essence stone then I need to use on Monday to kind of not stay behind and maybe be ahead and maybe in the top 15. I know that I will have a decent Tuesday as well. So I know that the next 3 days will be decently strong compared to most players, the way I planned them. Depending on how crazy people go for the skin, right? And I know I have what it takes to adjust on Friday. On Wednesday. So if you care to rank, like you really need to plan, and that might mean that on Wednesday I need to go to bed after reset. So stay awake and just make sure that if I 20 to 25 in the ranking and there is little point between people, that I stay awake, not to lose the skin because I go to bed, which I don't like to do. But for a skin, you got to do what you got to do, right? It's only delaying bedtime by 2 hours for me, so that's okay. I just wake up a bit later the next day. So that's how you plan things. That's why I do this kind of Google Sheet stuff, and I want to share them with you at some point when I find exactly how it, because some states have all of chief here, some states have alliance mobilization, some states have, not all the states have the same rotation of events. So like, it's hard to, it's really hard to have a color coding, to tell people what to do. Maybe there is a way to automate that, but I'm not proficient yet enough with Google Docs. So that was one thing I wanted to kind of share with you, how to plan and how to think to rank. There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Let me go through. So we did Kasia, Zaos, we did that. Symphony, I'll just finish my arena tonight. Yesterday we talked about clicking on the little bear as well. You can play 5 times rock, scissors, paper and that. Gala do not matter. There was something else I wanted to share with you guys. Maybe that's it. I think that's it actually. I think that was about the Feast Overture, and I've done that properly. If you look at the ranking, right? It's not too bad right now, because to get the skin you need to be in the top 10. And spenders are spending on Kasia. So depending on, that's something you want to keep an eye on, right? In your states. Because if you do, we can talk a bit about that as well. You do your trail properly, right? So you will use gems Like I said, gems is on Monday. To use gems that give points for the secondary anniversary events, speed ups, training, research, build buildings. So you complete, you get a lot of that from there. You complete, your symphony with a €6 pack. If you can afford it, if not, that's okay. You complete all the stuff daily. So you will be top 50, top 40 easily if you do that. That even top 30. If you buy the €5 pack, you will be top 30 to 40 in most states easily. But then if you look at where we are, it's not too bad. Like there might be a slight chance. Like I will need to buy, like I explained in the first video, you need often to buy the €12 pack and the €24 pack. If you don't buy these, and if you don't use 200-300k gems here and 50 to 100 days of speed ups, in my experience, you are very unlikely to get the skin. That's what it takes to get a skin versus a spender that buy at least €100 pack versus you not buying the €50 pack and not buying the €60 and €120 or $50, $100. That's what it takes. So I'll keep a close eye on that. A close eye here. These packs are not the best, are not the worst. Like they give fire crystal, they give that. So two things I care about. So that's something I'll consider. I'm not like keen to spend to get skin. At least not. I won't go beyond the €24 packs, for example. That's something you have to consider with your budget, with what you can do, can't do, what you can afford, can't afford, right? It's really up to you. It's money in a video game, it's really up to you. But sometimes it's a good, it's things I could consider buying if I wanted a bit more fire crystals. That's not too bad. That's a decent, That's decent because the ingredients, you get ranking rewards here, so you get some rewards from cooking dishes. Then here, at some point, you get some extra rewards. So it's kind of piling up, right? You buy one pack which is decent. That's giving you maybe giving you a tiny bit better ranking here. So you get a few extra 1,000 gems. So that's making and then you get if you are not at €60 yet, then maybe you unlock that along the way, plus you get the skin, plus you get rewards here. So overall, it adds up. It's like I did not make a video on spending yet in this game. What I find after a year and a half is seasonal events tends to give you a lot more for your money than regular packs. So even if some regular packs are good, seasonal events, because you kind of have little benefits right and left, and you accumulate all of it, and at the end of the day, you get better stuff. So I guess that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you an amazing weekend. We have a very nice weather here. I know it's not everywhere. Part of France are like having a kind of a big storm, and it will be a rough weekend. But for us, it's chill, sunny, and nice. So enjoy if you can. I wish you a great weekend. Bye bye. Talk to you tomorrow.